Today, I just wanted to address something that I feel like needs to be, spoken about. And that is, are there side effects to having a pact with a certain spirit? And I just want to tell you a little bit about, you know, um, what happens, as you start to get your desires granted and you become closer in connection with this spirit. So, first, I want to break it down in terms of stages of working with them. Okay. So, in the beginning, you both know for a fact you feel that you don't trust each other, right? So, you guys are getting to know each other. This is why I put emphasis on making sure that before you even go through with working with that spirit, that you have talked to them before, that you've summoned them forth, that you've been in their energy field, that you've had that connection with them, and that you feel you both would be able to get along, because you guys could be conflicting personalities, and working together could cause more detriment than benefit. And in that case, you want to stay away from that kind of stuff, which, because it does happen, it really does. Personally, myself, in the first stage, the beginning stage, getting to know the spirits, things of that sort, I've definitely been around spirits where I didn't really vibe with them the way that I wanted to. So I discontinued that contact with them. I, sent them their farewells and let them know it was okay for them to depart, and it was done. Now, the second stage that you move into is your building and strengthening of the bond. This is that state where you're getting further into things, your desires are being granted, but you're knowing now, you both know that you can trust each other. This is that stage where you start to get gifts, you start to get shared the secrets of, who this spirit is. You get to really know them on a personal level. And then once you both have been in that stage for some time, you move into the third stage, and that third stage is a full-on partnership. They become an ally with you for the rest of your life. They become allied, and they will support you in a lot of your endeavors without you even intentionally calling them forward. They will be there to help you. Now, as far as the side effects, what I can definitely say is, depending on what you're asking for, you most definitely can experience side effects in a sense. And those side effects will definitely be, emotional withdrawals. You become kind of slightly distant from your relatives, distant from people. You are more of you become more in your head, because you're thinking about getting all of this stuff and getting these wishes, in a sense, granted. But once you have them, you start to feel this slight, loss. You kind of feel lost. You kind of feel like you want to reevaluate your life. You start making these decisions to try and change and mold yourself into something that you feel would make you feel better, but nothing truly, fills that void. And this is something that is temporary. If you're someone who continues to do meditations and things of that sort to help yourself or keep yourself distracted with doing something in the physical realm, that's something that will take your mind off of all of this stuff and will send you on that path to completely going insane, because this is potential of what can happen if you are too enveloped in this, if you're too immersed in these kind of things. If you're too immersed with that spirit, you start to lose desires of this reality itself. And that's something that isn't good, because you can put your entire livelihood in jeopardy. Now, I know myself, I've done this in the past when I've worked with Anubis. I got so far into it that I've ended up homeless. I've ended up on the streets. I've ended up, living in the woods in a tent for months on end. I've ended up couch surfing and traveling all around the United States, to find myself again. This is really what happens if you don't ground yourself in this reality, because when you're with these spirits, you get revealed so much about their world that you kind of don't even know what to do with yourself. So I will definitely say, if these things do start to happen, It's time to go within yourself. It's time to do your shadow work. It's time to look into your guilt. It's time to, address and validate the reason why you're feeling that way. Because 9 times out of 10, it's the traumas that are arising from you being able to receive these things that you never thought you'd be able to have in your life. I know myself, I truly was feeling this way for a while. And even talking with my partner, I expressed to her that it's hard for me to talk about these things. It's hard for me to be vulnerable, because even though I'm on my spiritual ascent, and I feel that I am, I'm really building upon what I wanted to. I am receiving what I've asked for. I still don't have full control of my emotional spectrum, of my traumas. No matter how much trauma work I do or any of the sort, it's a process. It's definitely a process, but it's a beautiful process to me, because it lets me see the real authentic me. It lets me see my real true self, not my YouTube self, but my real authentic self, not the professional, not the one behind the camera. I'm talking about the one who, when the camera is off, who is raw and uncut, the one who is with me every single day. That one. The one who is me when I first wake up, when I first look in the mirror and wash my face. That Hez is the one that I'm getting to know more. That Hez is the one that I'm restructuring. That is the one that I'm taking care of. Everybody, I've recently noticed that my subscribers have been, changing and becoming bigger. And I really appreciate you guys that are supporting me and coming in and, making suggestions, helping this channel grow. Because as you grow with me, I'm going to help you guys grow. I'm going to start giving things out. Maybe I'll be giving, free lessons, things of that sort. But I have to hit my milestones that, I'm wanting to achieve. Because there are a lot of goals for myself moving into next year that I'm wanting to bring forward into this reality and achieve. And I feel like I will, especially with the help of all you all supporting me. Because that energy of you guys uplifting and motivating me, it goes a long way. It makes me want to give you guys more. Happy Yule. I appreciate you all. Until the next video.